Alright guys, next question. Are you a virgin? Sure. So that was the last question from my Instagram. Now let's move on to the YouTube questions. So I got my MacBook here. We'll be reading questions from that. Why did you start this channel? Well, I have been lifting for a couple years and I really found that a lot of people in the gym were doing it all wrong in terms of training and diet. And I've seen people in the gym that have been coming there for years and still look the same. And I wanted to change all of that, so I decided to make a channel. So yeah, basically started to help people out that really didn't know what they were doing. And now I think it's just fun to also share the lifestyle a little bit and to show workout and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very happy I did start. Biggest advice on starting a business next to school. Will it generate enough money for you as a student? Well, my biggest advice to anyone who wants to start his own business is to do something you love. I have a true passion for fitness, and actually my whole life right now is pretty much around fitness. And that's why I think I can create a successful company, because I believe in it. And I think I can really help people and make a change to people's lives. If you are just in it to make money, then this is not gonna work for you. Will it generate enough money? Well, it kind of depends on how you do it, right? I didn't start with the idea of making money. Obviously, you do not want to be broke, but you gotta realize that when you start a company, it's all about investment. And for me, yes, right now I do generate enough money, but you gotta realize that when I started, I invested a lot of money and I invested a lot of time into it. It got so much time, what people don't realize. And so what I'm trying to say is, at first, you will not make any money. At first, you will only spend money. You will only spend money. But you really gotta want to help people and not just make money, because that's not what it's about. It's about helping the greater cause. It's about helping as much people as you possibly can. And the money is a byproduct of it all. If you had to pick two exercises, one for chest and one for arms, what would they be? One exercise for chest would probably be the dumbbell press and then pause at the bottom, because I think that will give the greatest chest activation. Maybe even the decline dumbbell press and pause as well, slight decline, but something like that you eliminate shoulders a little bit. Or for biceps, that would be the barbell curl, heavy curls, and for triceps, the close grip bench press. Will lifting get you more girls in general? What you think about lifting purposely for that reason? Well, I mean, this question cannot really be answered properly, but I think in general, yes, it will get you more girls. Not necessarily because you look better, that's one byproduct as well, but more so that you get a greater work ethic and you have way more self-esteem. Yeah, I think girls do like guys who are confident about themselves and who also take care of their own body. If you're looking real good and you're really shredded and you're walking around on the beach, then obviously the physical aspect has something to do with it as well. You will definitely attract more girls naturally. But lifting purposely for that reason, I don't think is a good idea. Well, you can do it. I started off with lifting for that reason actually, a little bit. It was one of my main drives, but that changed pretty rapidly. Once I started seeing results, it was more for myself than for other people. And I think that's how you should approach it. But I think you will find out as you get really into this journey of fitness, you will find out that it's not about impressing other people, but it's all about improving yourself and not comparing yourself to anyone. In what year of training did you make your majority of lean gains? I guess the majority of my gains were made after I did that dirty bulk. After I was cut, I started lean bulking for a very long time, and that's when I think I made the most gains that I currently have. But those were all my starter gains. That's what you definitely can say. After that dirty bulk, I made plenty of gains. The most muscle mass was probably during my dirty bulk, and when I got shredded, I had the most muscle mass in a short amount of time. But the years after that, I put on more lean mass. What to do if you have to eat over 3,500 calories to even put a little size on? Eat more? It's simple as that, eat more. Or reduce your training. If you're doing a push-pull leg split 6 times a week or a bro split 5 times a week, you might want to cut it down to full body 3 times a week. So you're expending less energy. You definitely don't want to do cardio. So you're expending less energy, and you can focus on those heavy big lifts and you will definitely put size on with a little less calories than before. But getting in calories is not that hard. I mean, it's a little bit of practice, but just make your own mass gainer shakes. Like I said in another video, I used to sacrifice sleep in order to eat, so I would get up extra early, and I would always eat, and then sometimes even go back to sleep. So there are certain things you can do. Mass gainers, using simple sugars like dextrose after your workout. Such things can make very easy calories. Spooning peanut butter throughout the day. So the answer is just eating more. If you have to eat more than 3,500 calories, then that's what you have to do in order to get those gains. That's what you have to do. There's no other option. What are your long-term goals? I'm not sure if you're referring to fitness or life in general. My long-term goals for now are pretty much growing my brand, Student Aesthetics, finishing my study. So my long-term goals, well, helping as much people as I possibly can in my life, and moving to America. Those are the only actual goals that I have. I'm not sure what I want to do with my life, but I know that I want to help as much people as I can, and I know that I want to go to America. I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow older, and I don't think anyone who's 20 years old already knows that. It's not really possible. I can tell you a lot of things right now that I have on my mind. I'm a big dreamer, guys. I can tell you a lot of things, but I'm not going to share with y'all because I don't know if it's going to change. Would you ever go vegan? I don't know. I can't say. Probably not. But it's like this hype going on right now, going vegan. But really, no, I don't think so anytime soon. Maybe in the future, I don't know. Do you feel like you lift heavier after you have a high carb day? I'm thinking you're talking about a refeed day or not, or just a carb cycling ID. Well, for me, when you're in keto and you have this high carb day, you actually don't really feel that energized. You actually feel like a little bit of crap the day afterwards. Because of all those blood sugar spikes and stuff, I don't really feel that great. So I don't think it's gonna give me a better workout. I actually feel very energetic on keto. Throughout the week, you will definitely feel that you have. But I think that when you're following a carb cycling approach and you have a high carb day, yes, you will perform better the day afterwards, definitely. I was wondering if I could buy that cap. Right, the Student Aesthetics cap. I don't have it with me right now, but I'm trying to get the snapback into my store. But it's gonna take some time to take care of that. So there's a whole process behind it all. So I'm not sure if it's gonna happen anytime soon, but definitely in the future, because I love that cap. And I know a lot of people have been emailing me about it and sending me messages. How long do you normally try and bulk for, and how long do your cuts last? I try to bulk as long as possible. I have made multiple videos talking about bulking, and like I recommend is to bulk for at least 1 year. My dirty bulk took more than 1.5 years. I don't think a bulk for any less than 8 months is effective. It is not effective to bulk for 3 to 5 months. That will not give you any gains. When you're on anabolics, this is possible, but when you're natural, you have to bulk for such a long time, get into that anabolic environment for a long time, and slowly but surely get stronger, and that takes so much time. That takes over a year to really properly do that. A person can only put on a few kilograms of muscle mass within a year. They say around 10 pounds per year. The first year of lifting, you can put on like 25 pounds of lean muscle mass, 20 pounds. But after that, it's like 10 pounds maximum. And that's also a lot. 10 pounds is a lot, and people don't realize people want to gain as soon as possible. Getting fat in a couple of months, and that will not give you any greater gains than you would in a lean state. If you bulk for longer, you can cut for less, and the total amount of time that you've been bulking and putting on muscle mass will have been more. Like I said, I'm trying to bulk for at least over a year. Now that I already got the size that I have, I've been working 4 years for this size. I haven't been cutting. Throughout, I only have been cutting for 6 to 8 week periods. Before summer, I did a 12-week cut, but that was my first real cut. Okay, so I've been bulking for 4 years before that, and I only did small cuts in between. How old are you, and what are you currently studying in school? I'm 20 years old, and I'm studying marketing and sales right now. If you had to pick one exercise for each body part for the rest of your life, which one would you do, and how long have you had your tattoo? Right, so chest, like I said, pulse dumbbell press, back weighted pull-up, shoulders overhead press, bicep barbell curls, triceps close grip bench press, quads front squats, hamstring stiff leg deadlift, calves, I don't know, I guess standing calf raise or something. And how long have I had my tattoo? Here it is. I don't know if the lighting is really nice. I put on my tattoo when I was in San Diego, when I studied there. So that is, I believe, 3 years ago. So I was 17 years old, I guess. What are the best ways of putting on mass exercises? Well, this question is so huge that I cannot really answer it, but somebody commented caloric surplus and training heavy, and that's basically it. In terms of exercises, all the exercises I just listed, the basic compound movements, the weighted pull-ups for your back, the overhead press, the bench press, and these things, they will get you big if you eat in a caloric surplus. So eat in a slight surplus and do the compound lifts, and next to that do some isolation exercises with higher reps, and stick to the lower reps on compound lifts in the 5 rep range, and for the isolation type exercise in the 8 to 12 rep range, and you will put on mass within no time. How hard is it to learn English? Everyone I know that is foreign says English is difficult. I guess you're right. A lot of people in my class are struggling with English, and I guess because I played a lot of video games when I was younger that I had to interact in English with people. And I guess I was like 10 years old and I already started typing with people from all over the world that were English as well inside the gameplay. And so I think that really made my English pretty good, as well as watching movies, watching series. And then I went to America, and obviously if you live in a country where they speak English, you will learn it in no time, okay? In a couple of months you can speak English fluently. So you can go to England or United States or wherever you want to go, but go to the country where they speak a language and you will always learn it very well. But in general, I don't think English is that hard to learn. I think Dutch is very hard to learn. They compare it to even as hard as Chinese. So I want to wrap it up here. I guess I answered all of your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like the video down below. Make sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel for more videos, because more videos coming soon. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.